to do what's right. If we don't fill it out, you can bet you're going to be more of them than it is of you.
Every
Black
time.
Folks.
Every single time. Every single time.
And guess what? Guess what? In the United States of America, guess who is 60% of the population? It's changing gradually. But you know who is 60% of the population of the United States? Your white brothers and sisters.
Wow. Now, see, that whole dynamic has started to change. That's and you know, but let me just throw this one in the mix since you brought it up, and it won't take but a second. You've seen this latest influx of all these different raids with ICE, right?
They see
the largest growing culture is Mexican.
That's it. Brown skin folks.
They are growing at an alarming rate, and that is why. The descendants of the Aztecs and the Indians. These detention centers, these borders, these walls being built. That is why.
That's why they're trying to slow it down.
They are. That is the bottom line.
That's
and
it.
Guess what? For all of you blacks that don't agree, it's the Mexican now. Black's gonna be separate.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be next.
Yeah,
we are gonna be next.
Because see what the white
I promise you.
See, they don't understand what is taking place. Ain't got to do nothing with black, white, or fur. It's got something to do with God Almighty, God the Father, Jesus the Son, the Creator.
God don't like what's happening. God do not like what's happening. You are taking these hands away from these kids right there at the start of school.
Mm-hmm.
Right there at the start.
Guess what? Mm-hmm. Guess what? And Brother Greg, listen to this. God is in control. I don't care what's going on, how it look, how the opposite look, how bad it look. God is still in control. You can call on God. Black folk, white folk, Mexican, Puerto Rican, I don't care who you are, anytime, 24 hours a day. You can call it right now. Simply by saying, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debt as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory forever. Amen.
Amen.
So don't be afraid.
Amen.
Get ready. Fill out the census. Feed your kids. Find a job wherever you can find a job. Work. In Mississippi, there's a lot of open jobs now. Yeah. In Mississippi, there's a lot of open jobs at them chicken factories. Go in there and cut that chicken up until you get you a better job. Whatever. Work. Work. God tells you to work. And them people are working. Let me close this with this story. We went up to our Prattville this weekend, past weekend, me, my wife and I. And I'm going to tell you what. I was moved by the service that we got there at that hotel. When we came by the laundry room, them ladies were washing clothes and folding up towels. I said, guys, thank y'all. Thank y'all. And they were surprised and shocked. It's just like something come out of the blue for me to say that. And I don't know, somebody told them that before, but I said, guys, thank y'all. Thank y'all. That's all I said.
Wow.
Now that encouraged them.
Wow.
You know what
that
they're going through.
Encouraging. That is very encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
That is very
Well, Greg, that's my... okay, well, you can get the Howcee Gospel all over the internet. We're on Reverb Nation. We're on Spreaker. We're on Spotify, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. All you got to type in is the hashtag HOWCEE. And if you want to support us financially, there's a PayPal account. It's Freddie C. Howard at PayPal. Else you can send a check, money order, to Freddie C. Howard at P.O. Box 104, Beatrice, Alabama. Now, Greg, do you know as long as I've been doing this over 15, 16 years, you know how many people have actually sent me money? 2.
What's that?
Two people. Oh, but God's good. I'm still here.
Wow. That's nothing but God.
That's it, Brother Greg, from my perspective. You got anything else?
Wow. I think we actually touched on enough topic already today. I mean, we can, I just can go all day, because these are things that I am that affects me personally.
Mm-hmm.
That I have been just as an advocate for, because I stand steady.
Mm-hmm. We got 1 minute before I can go to. I said we got 1 minute before I go to the rest of the interview.
And I'm going to continue to stand on that platform for what is right.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's black or white, I want to do what's right.
All right.
Because when you do what's right, you got God
on your side.
Standing right there on your side.
That's it.
And with God on your side, you go on.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, we're going to close it out with the entire interview that we did with Senator Doug Jones. You'll hear some of the things that we talked about earlier, but we started from the interview and cleared it in the time. Until next time, take care and see you next time on Howcee and Gospel Blog Talk Radio, located at 231 6th Avenue, from the big city of Piacis, Alabama, and by way of Turner Spring, Alabama, Mr. Greg Marsh.
Absolutely.
Take care. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to Howcee Gospel Blog Talk Radio. I have a very special guest on the line with us, be Senator Doug Jones. He is running for Senator of the state of Alabama. He's already a sitting senator. Senator Jones, welcome to Howcee Gospel Blog Talk Radio. I'm in the studio with Mr. Greg Marshall as well, and we got about 10 or 15 minutes to talk to you. And you can start off by telling us who you are and what are you going to do for the state of Alabama to change some of the conditions and the situations in Alabama? You got the mic.
Well, Freddie, thanks for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity. I really enjoyed my time in Monroeville a week or so ago. We had a wonderful town meeting with some of the health department, healthcare folks, and touring the hospital. It's just a great event. Appreciate that, and appreciate the opportunity to come on with you a few minutes this morning. I'm Doug Jones. I ran for the United States Senate. I'm a former United States attorney in Birmingham. We did a lot of good things. And when I was U.S. attorney, we prosecuted a 1963 bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church. We chased down a domestic terrorist, Eric Rudolph, who bombed a women's clinic in Birmingham at the same time, just as I got the U.S. attorney. Practiced law in Birmingham, and then in 2017, when an opportunity arose, when Senator Sessions took the job as Attorney General, I decided it was time that I thought a lot of people that had not had voices in Alabama politics in a long time have voices, and ran in that election in December 2017 and won that election. And now we're up again. It was a special election, so I got to run again in 2020. And I have been, I think we hit the ground running. I put together great, and we're doing those kind of things I said I would do during the course of the campaign. That's work on really kitchen table issues. It's issues like health care and trying to protect the health care and insurance for folks who have pre-existing conditions. I've been a strong advocate of expanding Medicaid, and I've got a couple of bills pending that to give the states an incentive to do that. We've been working on workforce development, bringing jobs into this state, and doing those kind of things I think that are really important. We've been looking at a lot of different issues in different areas. For instance, in the Black Belt area, there's some real serious issues with sanitary sewage. So we put money in the appropriations bills last year to give people grants to help their septic tanks, to help sewage systems grow. We've been putting in money for community health centers. We've been putting in things to train doctors to get into these areas, and also to increase broadband. I know there in Monroe County, there's still a significant amount of your population that doesn't have broadband. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the new power. I mean, you've got to have broadband these days to survive. It causes a homework gap with kids. It causes a business gap. So we've been doing those kind of things, Freddie, that I think that just really hits home straight with the American people and the people of Alabama. That's been my focus. And, I moved over to Armed Services this year. That's a big committee for Alabama because we've got such an amazing array of military and what we do for the security of this country is just stunning. I was in Huntsville yesterday at the Missiles and Defense Symposium. It's just remarkable what's going on at Redstone Arsenal, what's going on at Fort Rucker, what's going on at Maxwell Air Force Base, Army Missile Command. So that's been a big issue for me, too, to try to make sure that the military stays strong for us, for our economy in Alabama, and for the security of the country. So, quick nutshell, buddy.
Okay. Well, look, I'm going to ask a couple of questions that's been on my mind. Brother Marshall going to ask a couple, but your campaign when you were first elected was an outstanding campaign, and you garnered votes from some powerful people here in Alabama, especially the black vote, black women vote. But this time, people from the South in Baldwin County, your opponent, it is a foregone conclusion that it believes that Alabama is going to go Republican. How are you, in your effort to get the vote out, going to change that or challenge that? And I would very much like to be a part of that, me and Mr. Marshall, to help you change that. But how are you reaching out to bring out a mass votes for the state of Alabama to keep this 20-year Democrat in their offices continually?
Well, I really believe that that people are going to vote about what they care about and what their issues are, and not just about on a party. And that's what we've been focusing on. I've been focusing on issues and things that I can go back to the people of Alabama and talk to them about and have a dialogue about. I was in Monroeville for a town hall. I was in Hamilton for a town hall just this week. We've been doing those kind of things to talk about issues. And that's, I think, the challenge. The challenge is for me, the challenge for anybody, is to just simply go out there and say, what matters most to you? Does it matter most who's in a particular party, or does it matter most to you who is standing up for what you believe in and those things that's going to affect everybody? And try to represent Alabama. Fred, the problems that we got here. And I think if you look back over my campaign and you look back over what I have done in the Senate, fine. Not everybody's going to agree with everything I do, but we have tried to do everything we can to represent one Alabama.
Oh, I like
one voice for everybody. And that's the thing that I think sets us, my campaign and me, apart from the other side. Well, you're already seeing nothing but division from the other side. Extremist positions on the right and trying to and just use Alabama and use these hot button issues to divide people. That's just not who I am, not what I'm doing. I'm trying to bring people together to say, we don't always agree, but let's try to find that common ground. Let's agree on where we can agree, disagree, and not be disagreeable about it, because that's how I think we progress. That's where I think we bring out vote that has been traditionally Democratic vote, but we bring a lot of people over, independent, moderate Republicans who want to change.
Okay, all right. Mr. Marshall, I have a couple of questions for you. Mr. Greg Marshall.
Yes, sir.
Senator Jones, first I would like to thank you for giving us a block of your time here this morning. And
yes,
also, I think you've proven that you have the right formula for winning in a red state. Like I mentioned, I don't think that's been done. I was talking to Brahab this morning. That hasn't been done in over 25 years. So whatever that formula that you use during the special election, we want to get back and see, can we use that same template, in 2020? Because the first thing, you must win. You must win here. Some issues that I would like to speak to you about is one of them that you have, and I read that you have already addressed it, concerning our veterans. I see where you had introduced a bill. It was a bipartisan bill from the other side as well, where you was going around and you was having the nursing homes in the rural area report back to you on an annual basis on the quality of care and life there. And some of the things that I would like to see amended to that, and I think I had mentioned it before, not only with the nursing home for the VA, we also need some further system with the VA clinics in the rural area.
we currently have in a